See Waller again. He's going to trouble the Mudlarks with these around breaks unless they do something about it. Inside flick, huge. Nice bid, but too much. Tim Wise comes in, brings the disc in, tries to hit the swing, but that is a turn. Joshi Philp went up the line. Chris Waller, walk it back. Probably look break given how easily he's been throwing him so far. He does look break, he does break, and fresh chili on the board. Got the turn, but it is fresh chili with the first score of the game. They're on the board. And it was Rakshan catching the goal. So we will do our best to bring you updates from around the grounds. A lot of games going on right now. Some of them to determine whether teams will go to nationals and if they do, what their seeding is. Or games potentially for seedings at Div 2, I potentially believe as well. See what happens. So Tipman, as soon as I have them, mate, I will bring them to you. As we see Tommy Batts pull, not too bad, but it will come back more towards the midfield than it is a brick. Dan Matthews-Hunter will pick up. Isherwood goes, and this one goes long backhand. It's trailing around to the right, but Ish has this all day. He gets up, takes the grab, and gives it some. Gives it a nice little spike. I'm not sure it was hugely appreciated. You could pretty much see this one coming before Dan even picked the disc up. Mark starts his diamond cut. The throw was good enough, always to his advantage. And that's one each. Chile unperturbed. They're still up and about. They're still slapping hands. High fives all around for the Chile boys. So we are one apiece. There it is, giving it a bit of action. It's a, what do you call it, Mike? You got the rim spike. That's not a good one, but what's the other one? I think it's a face spike. Not as bad. Rim spikes, taco the disc. Don't do that. Yep. I think that one was. Let's go, Fresh! All right, one apiece. Mudlarks versus Chile. Chile with a big squad, big sideline, big voice as well. False start on the pool, and now it's Jake Angelovich. Big old brick, this one. No, to land in. Sorry, Jake. Backman. Bucket hat, Backman. Goes in. It's to Liam Nickel. Nickel, a little bit messy. Back to Waller. Waller. It's been really good through the break side so far. And they centre. Liam Nickel. They move it wide. They finally find Rakshan. He was out poached. Now there's a call. All right, so there's a call. It'll stay with Rakshan. It looks like they're doing some kind of bracket or poach. Fraction, all you can do is tap it in, buddy. Yeah, you go for it. Liam Nicholls gone. No, instead the up the line goes. Half a bid, but Wardle contains it. Right here on the commentary sideline, it's Koo. He looks inside, goes to Bucket Hat Backman. Backman looks really wide around step, but I think that one might be down. It was very close. I don't think we'll pick it up from a great angle here. Oh. Yeah, I mean, if that's not down, it's millimetres off the ground. Mike, thoughts? No, it Mike? It's too close. We don't have an angle. Look. All right, it's been checked in. Liam Nicol. No break can get out. Jake gets in the way. Oh, Waller wanted it. His teammate got in the way, and then Waller cracked it. Woodland Mark Isherwood, nice reflex grab. He's going to go the big around backhand, but it's not to Jake's advantage. And Fresh Chili pretty happy. Getting the disc back after a little bit of chaos in the stack. Nice grab from Woodley. Turns around. Just didn't get the right turn on that. If he was able to make that an inside out, that'll work. Mike?
That was super close to the ground, mate.
Yeah, I think,
I find it hard to believe it was wobbling. It wouldn't have touched at least one piece of grass.
One blade, but yeah. Anyway, we left it to the players on the field, and they did end up getting it back, but now, Chile now have it back. And not a lot going. It's quite poachy from the Mudlarks. Waller. Moving on. I think that's nice inside to Rachman. That's where they can hurt the Mudlarks through here. Oh, sorry, that's now Rach. Gets to Lockie Wardle. Wardle to Buckman. Buckman to Waller. Waller looks to the break side, throws to the break side. It's going to continue punishing through that break side. Oh, and gives him a nice little hug. Fortunately, we don't have a number attached to that player, but we do for the rest of the Chile players. As you see one go to the back corner, and it bobbles out. It was Chris Waller with the throw. Puts his hand up. He knows that one was on him. A little bit deep. Looks nice out of the hand, but there is a little bit of wind, and when you put it up that high, that's going to sail out the back. As we see Joshi Phillip now walk with it. He would have he would have been out. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong. We've got a couple of markings on these fields. So that one was out the back. Phillip goes with the scuba dooba to Jake, and Jake jacks one deep. Wood has two to beat. It might sail over them. Wood gets half a hand on it. If he had left it, it may have floated all the way through to Foxy. So a few turns now on this point. Waller looks to the break instead. Nice and chill. Goes to Wardle. Wardle hits that middle spot that the Mudlarks are really basically challenging Chile to hit. And so far they've been okay. Going reasonably well. Wardle now again, but this one, the opposite now to the advantage of Phillip. It's kind of a repeat of the one from Wood and Jake. And now Woodley finds himself deep on this one, does grab it in, manages to avoid contact with Nicol. Woodley throws a long flick to Foxy, and that's a goal, that's a break. After a few turns in that point. Fox kept running, kept with the play. There's a little bit of chat going on between Nicol and Wood. And we said at the start, Mike, there are a few little personalities on this. Nothing past the pale yet, but interesting to see 2-1.
Yeah, interesting times, mate. Should be spicy.
Yes.
I think if I was playing, I'd spike one straight back at him. But
yeah, well,
I think if these young Chile lads maybe advise not to do that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So it's all chilled out a bit here on the sideline. Got to a kind of a medium peri-peri, but it's back now down to lemon and herb. Oh, if anyone wants to bring me some Nando's, I would not mind. All right, so after all that, we're only at 2-1. And that's a big pull. So they're going to have to take it from the front of the end zone. It'll be Chris Waller again, and it looks like the Muddies again setting up in some kind of transition, if not a holding a zone altogether. They do have favour through this side. They got Lederer, Wardle and Bat all out to this side. Oh, sorry, it's Patterson. Looks at Lederer. Goes upstairs with the scuba. A couple of Muddies thought about a bid. Over to Wardle. Wardle back to Waller. Waller, interesting, yep, okay. Pointing around. Well, he has the numbers out here, gets it, moves Patterson plate, throws him into space nicely. Cole Fink on the field now. He looks in, collapses around him. Might want to go with a high release. Instead, goes to Waller. Waller gets a bit of attention, plays through it well, and now Cole Fink starting to get busy. They collapse around the cup. Waller, really tight. A lot of players around the disc. Waller lets go with a hammer, and it looks good. There are two underneath it. They call each other out. That's smooth. Tommy Bat right on the end zone line. He looks outside with the flick, and that's a goal. And they're on the line. That's Liam Patterson. Nice patience from Chile. They wore a little bit of attention and a little bit of pressure through that early part of that zone, but once they got it to about halfway between Fink and Waller, they were able to get a little bit of separation, and then the big hammer came. Bat to Patterson. So no, this is not for the number one seed for Nationals. I believe that race has been won and done. So if you're after the open side for Div 1 Nats, Melbourne Juggernaut will take the top seed. The second, we believe, will go to Ellipsis. Third will be Chile, which leaves Outbreak in number 4. Playing, or not playing for, hoping for, aspiring for the wild card spot. So 2 apiece. Not much separating these two. An entertaining game so far. The upwind, downwind, not too much of a problem. Both teams scoring both ways as we see Cole Fink's pull. That'll get to Tim Wise. Tim Wise picks up, go to Phillip. Phillip, one step, goes for Angelovic. Angelovic has a couple going deep for him. Elects not to, instead goes to dump back to Tim Wise. Tim Wise looks to the flick break, can't get it off. Taper does a good job. He instead goes open side, goes to Matthews Hunter. Matthews Hunter has streaming mark Isherwood under. Wood calling people under uncharacteristically. And then throws the round. Nice throw, good grab by DMH. Wood looks to go up the line, thinks better of it, just takes the easy back. Goes to Phillip. Phillip can go around if he wants, does with the scuba. Scuba to DMH. DMH goes the big raking round backhand to Charlie Medic, and that will be a goal. Bit smoother, bit less spicy. Interesting that the Mudlarks really look to make the underspaced available. I think Spicy almost anticipating it would continue to be a hucking game. Do have a couple of taller players on the field. The Mudlarks certainly known for their hucking game as almost as much as they are their spirit circles. Spirit timeouts. Three 3-2 the score. Wind starting to kick up. Tim Wise with the pull. And it's a good one. This one will just about make the end zone line. It does. Wardle to Waller. Liam Nickel goes. Couple go. That gives a bit of space inside, and instead you can throw a nice easy one to Patterson. Patterson to Backman. Backman looks around, throws a nice step around. He has a really nice wide step around. Gets to Waller. Waller now lets one go. Flat backhand. Nickel's got his work cut out for him, but it's going to beat all of them. Though the option missed by a good 15 metres, I actually don't mind the option, especially upfield. At least making sure the deeps and potentially the wings know that will go. But for now, it got the desired result. Mark Isherwood will be walking it up. His pal Liam Nickel, they've already had a couple of words today, marking him. Wise goes long, not coming. Goes to Medic. No, sorry, that's Cron. And there's a pick for the throw. I wouldn't want to be stopping. You don't stop, just in case. Don't stop, just keep running. But anyway, that one will go back pretty obviously before the throw. Come on, Wig. Just keep going, Wig. Just don't leave it to chance, mate. For the younger players out there, if there's a pick and you can catch it, just catch it and save everyone a lot of pain, please. All right. So Muddies will hold. Hudson, inside flick, a nice one, but too much on it, too hot, and that's a turnover. Okay, and it does look like they're going to set a bit of a zone again. See if they can have a... Oh, it goes up, and he gets the D. Calvin. Great D from Calvin. Saw that high release flick coming before Waller threw it. Gets that D. Nothing better than getting a D in the cup. Feels so good. Fink saying that Wood wants the backhand hug. Nice little bit of reverse psychology here because it just means Mark will want to throw the backhand huck more. So I don't know if it's like triple psychology, like reverse psychology from Cole. I don't know who's in whose head. Yeah. It's like Schrodinger's Frisbee. All right, anyway, Wood goes to J-Mac. He threw the backhand. So it was a backhand, but it was a turn. And the zone does set. Wardle moves it to Waller. Sorry, that's Patterson. Apologies. They are wearing a very similar hat. Backman does well. Throws off balance, but it's successful. And Backman, that one, out of reach. Mark runs, and Tim Wise is going, and the three are going with him, and he throws the backhand that Cole was talking about. He's third in line, and the good old volleyball spike. I believe that's Jesse Ramsey, who put on the afterburners, got ahead. Left it up to the Frisbee guides with that kind of D. Sometimes you see that one pop up. But he'd done all the hard work at Jesse. So now, Chris Waller. And they're going to call a timeout. Very quiet from both sidelines. This is the last game of the weekend. We've hit, what are we at? 32 of the 33 degrees that we're scheduled to have, Mike. It's tough going out there.
Yeah, mate, I can feel it all on the asphalt behind me there. Used to like beautiful soft grass under the toes, but yeah, interesting game. Very finely, you feel like there's a lot on this point, right? It's the first really long point, multiple turns. Like, could this one turn into a couple of point run with that momentum? Yeah,
and probably sloppy at the sloppiest point we've seen so far. Like the turnovers haven't been necessarily great Ds. It's probably just been skill or option errors really from both sides. So it's kind of like whoever can adjust and can tighten things up a little bit. As we see a top left of screen, if you can see a team.
There's a goal by the blue team. They've got a woman running around on their team on the field, which I thought was really cool for soccer.
Yep.
Football, I should say. I was watching him before, and the coach of, I don't know, the coach of the red jersey was just absolutely losing his bottle over some call, and like I'm just really glad I'm involved in Frisbee.
You're on this field
football.
And not that field?
Yeah,
well, you don't speak too early there, Mike. Someone might lose their bottle. Yeah, you've said it now, so as we see on the...
Well, I think even like maybe over-enthusiasm like perhaps Isherwood shows occasionally is still not as bad as like your coach yelling at the referee.
You're kind of talking about, you're kind of just talking about referee abuse.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Excellent. I'm getting out of here. Someone else is coming.
All right. So I'm joined once again by, I think 10-time, if not probably more, 12-time head to state juggernaut representative David Lockhart. Welcome, Dave.
Good afternoon, Andy. Good afternoon, viewers.
So, Dave, to catch you up, it's 3-2. It's a close game. There's been some hucks, there have been some spikes, there have been some words, but nothing too untoward just yet. Good athleticism from both teams.
Maybe those fireworks we were talking about in the previous game.
You'd be on the right track, and you wouldn't get many points for guessing from who. Anyway. What we have seen is some good early zone work, and if this wind continues to pick up, so you'll probably see in the background some of those trees, that's going to make life hard. But Backman's doing really well coming in and popping, but that one slips out. And Tim Wise has picked it up. Cycles through to Isherwood. Isherwood gets a little bit of attention from Nickel. Ron. Oh. So 3 Chile players went to that disc. You might wonder why they all had this anticipation, because you could, I'm not sure if you picked it up on the mics, but the term "Cron, throw it to me" was uttered by Woodley.
Well, long
as soon as he got it.
Long ago, Cron and Woodley would find themselves at, on the opposite side of a field to play, but now
sharing a field.
Yeah, taking the jerseys on together.
So this is Lockie Wardle walking up with the disc. Goes to Patterson. Rakesh back, no, holds it. Back to Wardle. Wardle does well to Nickel, but they're right on. They're right on the edge. He tried to move it through, was the right idea. Wisey has burned a timeout.
Oh, so wise.
So what's been happening is Chile are moving it okay, but as soon as they get to this side of the field, the camera side, it's they're having a really difficult time getting it out. So
they just had a timeout, did they? Just before this, or was that just a huddle for?
That was a Chile timeout. Now we've got a Mudlarks timeout. So whatever happened. Yeah, you're right. That's right, because you were here.
They've been working on it, but maybe still room for improvement on both sides.
I would say so. So we're going to have a look. We're going to get cross code for a moment. So if any of you were watching and were a little bit confused as to one team was absolutely going off their nut in the corner, that's because it is not the Frisbee game. It's not that game where the black team's just coming off the line. It's a goal was scored in soccer. Someone pulled a Tim Cahill and went to the cone, started boxing, and the whole team got around them.
That'll be the top left of your picture on a replay.
Top left, yeah, they're not there yet. Oh, here we go. They all run around. Someone's fishing it out of the back of the net. And here they come. Straight to the cone. Give it a little spar. Timmy Cahill style. That was the noise. So this game is probably the most, I'd say, outside of potentially the Carnage Outbreak one happening on the field over from us. This is the one where that everyone's playing for. This is the VUC final. It's the bronze, that's correct, that's the bronze medal game over on the other field. We'll endeavour to bring you a score from that when we can.
I just left that field actually, Andy. Heads of State have started fast. They're up 5-3, so breaking their Outbreak offense.
An Outbreak, I hear, doing it tough. I think they're down to 12.
Yeah, they're lean. I didn't see a total count, but it's going to be tough going.
All right, now looking at back live at this game. We've got...
And the Mudlarks, they have a full complement, or what have we seen?
Look, they're pretty good. They're all still running. I don't think too many are out. We've got Hudson, J-Mac, Chong, Woodley, and Jake Angelovich in the stack. Joshi's the dump. But there must have been an injury, because Joshi wasn't on, I don't think.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was barking call time out from the side.
2 injuries, okay. One from each side. 2 Mudlark injuries.
Nothing serious.
Will they be okay? Okay, they're expected to make a full recovery, which is good.
We'll see how they go. Get some of that water in them.
Yep. And Isherwood with the Frisbee. He wants to be safe here. I think he's been given some message. Great grab by Chong.
Oh, she's done well there.
That one
she doesn't have a mark yet.
That one was out wide. J-Mac goes for the cut, but Joshi's kind of said everyone chill out, so he can't go and throw it away. This man can, though. Tim Wise goes the safe backhand to Woodley. Jake wants to get busy. Jake's clapping. This one goes up instead to Joshi. And they get it, and it's gone. It's out of here. That one is a lucky souvenir for a fan or the physio tent. Hope no one's getting treatment in there.
Looks like one of your lofted 9 irons, Moza.
I wish they could go that far.
Yeah, it's a great touch throw from Isherwood here. He saw the big target.
I thought you were talking about the spike. Probably not a touch throw, but you're right. Gives it a couple.
Bunto. He has sent that one.
All right. Scores 4-2. Mudlarks keeping their nose in front. Steph Chong, the hero of that point, keeping an ordinary Woodley throw alive.
Clean up, Judy. Clean up.
It was a great grab, great reflex, kind of sideways layout. See there, completely free, out to the side. Love to see it.
You'd want to hit her a bit more stride.
Like completely unmarked player.
Player standing all alone.
But I'm not going to throw too many rocks with how I'm going at the moment. Dave, you saw it. We had a throw earlier.
You're looking good, Andy.
I would have been lucky to get it that close to Steph.
Coming back sharp.
Big Muddies oofed.
So these teams played yesterday. Have you talked much about?
Didn't see it, but my mail is that Chile did a number on them.
Yeah, they got the win. I heard there was a bit of chat about Spirit yesterday. So these 2 teams played, and there was 2 Spirit timeouts in yesterday's game. So I had wondered if there would be fireworks or any carryover tensions.
Most Spirit's been positive.
Yeah,
we think it was about a 13-8 as we see Angelovich's pull.
Yeah, so Fresh had them pipped yesterday, but it's hard to beat a team twice in a tournament.
Nice pull. Fink reels it in. Waller, he has one going in Tommy Batt, but that opens up the space underneath. And that's Irvin Toe with a nice under. The only thing nicer than his under is his mullet at the moment. Count gets high.
Gets a reset off.
Nice from Cole. Wardle comes in around from the wing. Couple of high counts here, but they've done enough. The mullet comes in, gets it again. I like his shades as well. Working with a bit of Riz. Tommy Batt. Oh. Chile really working it through this pressure well. They've set the D now. That was Ewan. Now to...
Chile.
Cole Fink just throwing it wide. I think we're going to have an injury call. Yeah, Waller went down hard, trying to go for that disc.
Hopefully just a winding. they'll want Chris back in this wind. He's going to be important.
Yeah, well, I don't know how far you were in, but like the first 2 or 3 goals were just Waller breaks.
Yeah.
Like he was just break, or if he wasn't throwing the goal, he was throwing the break that was the goal. So completely agree. They will be worse off without him.
Yeah, he's got the full complement of skills that you'd want.
Yeah. Not sure if he accidentally ran into the corrugated iron there, or maybe he was a bit frustrated.
I think maybe
Sounded a little bit strange.
column A and column B.
Yeah.
So MUDLARKS did well there. They do have a poach or some kind of switch going out there, and it's taking away Chile's first options, making them work.
Think.
Yeah, they're making them think. So it's been effective there to find a D. And now we see what the MUDLARKS have got on offer.
Nice around swing, opens it all up for DMH, Dan Matthews Hunter. He looks back. Now to Joshi. Joshi has Jake in an absolute paddock on his own on the hammer if he wants it, but instead, I feel like Joshi's decided.
Yeah, he's going to be the rocks.
Yeah, just as he throws a
bugger. He won't be happy.
Yeah, he's not thrilled.
He won't be happy.
Not thrilled. Foxy not able to hold on to that one.
Josh wearing the Greek meat apparel this afternoon, looking great in the sporting hat.
Wardle. Nice unders, good flow from Chile here. MUDLARKS haven't really been able to set, so Chile taking advantage of it. Now shoot a quick flow.
Josh has read that well.
But Josh, and he winds a big one up. Instead, calm to DMH. Goes to Medic. Charlie Medic. Nice, swing across to Josh Phillip. Josh Phillip.
The zone offense is a bit stagnant out here back behind the wall. Oh, we found someone. It was looking to throw to Jake's advantage. Unfortunately, just pushed that one a bit wide. So both defenses really stifling here. The defenses are stifling the offenses.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
and
right.
We'll see who can figure it out first, because it's an important point to get if you're Chile.
5-2 versus 4-3.
4-3.
It is a big point in the context of this game.
In the context of the game, the tournament. Next point.
Tommy Batt.
Next point, huge.
In the context of the game. Looks to Fink. Fink. Wants the around.
You can see all this thinking that Chile need to do. It's because of this switch and poach.
Must be a high count. Looks around.
Just great work by MUDLARKS there, knowing when to switch on to the dangerous player and take away that easy option. So they get another chance.
Jelic looks, goes to, over Aiden's head. Now
he's aired it out. Tall timber closing.
And you'll almost certainly see a call.
What do you see there?
I saw a lot of people under a high disc.
Yes.
All of them looking at the disc, which is what you want.
That's what you want, yeah.
But you're not able to see who's hit you.
Yeah.
Or if you've gone straight up, have they gone straight up?
Oh, we don't need the replay. The players are giving us a reenactment ourselves. Well, we'll take a replay.
I'd rather watch the actual replay.
Your body's going everywhere.
I think Foxy cannoned him in. I think he was stuck in a MUDLARKS sandwich.
It's hard, isn't it, when you're on the offensive team and you've gone to get a hand on the disc.
So
if you
I
get
can't
bumped,
work out who the player is, but he got cannoned in. Yeah, because he's called a foul.
Yeah.
But then Joshi going in.
You can see why this one needs some deliberation.
Yeah.
Not easy either way. And we got a hot mic out here. If you can catch Josh on the mic, he's doing some arithmetic for us with how many fouls and the value of each foul.
Really? Okay, that's interesting.
2 beats 1, and we're gonna have another go at this. MUDLARKS, we played previously this morning, and they used that long game to devastating effect.
Jakey just looks pretty sheepish, because really it's his fault. Like that call wouldn't have happened if the throw was a bit better.
Jake's not enjoying the amount of replays.
It's really Jake's fault.
His throw's getting just now.
No, he's pretty happy about it.
He's a laconic fellow.
He is.
That'll be water off a duck's back.
Tell you what, we talk about Riz. He brings the Riz, don't you worry.
Effortless. All right, Charlie sent. He's got a chance here against the Chile zone. Another big bomb. It's going to be Jake as a receiver. It's going to be Philip as. Oh, MUDLARKS go everywhere. Pinball around and plastic hits grass.
We almost needed to mute every microphone there. I thought Jake was going to absolutely let loose, but instead he's just called an injury.
I didn't mind Ben Phillips' fly here.
Yeah, he got up, didn't he?
Yeah, and you like to see that sort of energy. As we do get an injury call, Jake's going to sub out of this one. Feeling a bit in the calf, if I read the body language from here. Hopefully just a knock. So it'll be Chile offense. We've got Tim Wise on for Jake.
Wardle with the disc. Someone wanted it deep, not coming. Instead, they work it under, and that's very nice and patient.
We've got a runner going.
It's Koo. Sorry, Ewan, apologies. Moves it across.
This is great work. They're not letting the MUDLARKS set here. They're moving the disc quickly.
Now to Toe. Irvin Toe put it just behind Fink, and that's a
difficult
good position.
throw.
Yeah.
Good field position.
Aiden looks back, looks nice and safe.
So they haven't been able to set their zone here.
Yeah, they're going to keep match, I think.
Maybe an opportunity. Breaks the mark. That was Dan Matthews-Hunter. To Charlie, who's gone an inside flick.
Yeah, foul call.
Bit argy-bargy out the back there. I'm just
Yeah.
blindsided on the sideline.
Yeah, I actually think Tommy Batts got half a case here because he was running straight. Because the disc was an inside out, it was kind of going out of the field, then back in. Dan tried to correct his line, but Tommy was just running straight. So
you get the sense that
he's coming. Yeah.
The players know this is a big point.
Yeah.
You sense it. They're not giving an inch here. If there's a bit of contact in the play, both sides will talk it out. Spirit's been quite good for all the conversations we have had.
No question about the contact. It was Tommy holding his line. Just trying to make a play on the disc.
You hope both teams can just keep their focus on the sport here. MUDLARKS got a chance.
Uncontested foul.
They'll keep the disc from the front of the end zone line. Cutter's going everywhere here, and Charlie finds himself all alone.
Nice cut. Is that DMH?
Yeah, I think so.
5-3. Sorry, 6-2 now, I think. 5-2.
5-2.
Third time lucky.
Well, they got the big point we talked about.
So, I mean, you said it, Dave. I mean, that was a long point.
One time out at least. Two injuries. Two timeouts.
2 timeouts, 2 injuries.
Yeah. And there's still a chat actually now. You might not be catching this in picture, but Cole and Josh might feel that the Spirit's not quite resolved. If you're catching any rustling in the mics, the breeze is kicking, so this will be coming with the pull. So
I thought you were going to put me under the bus and say this is me eating KFC.
Yeah.
Nah, it's the wind.
Rustling
It's
on the
the
mic
wind. Yeah,
is the
nom, nom, nom,
popcorn chicken. It's the crispy fried kernel.
Oh, actually, do you want some?
I'm all right, thank you.
You have some. Come on.
No, that's it.
I'm just going to leave it there.
You know this.
So 5-2, but given how yesterday went, Chile will know that they're still in this game. How are you, Dave? Oh, there we go. Make sure you swallow before you go back on mic. 5-2. Big point. And
Sorry about that.
You
just a fly. A fly flew in my mouth, I think.
Was it a fly?
Yeah, it was a fly.
Popcorn chicken shaped fly.
Oh, a delicious fly.
Yeah. All right, so one of the advantages Chile does have that I'd say over the MUDLARKS, which might be interesting if they've got a much bigger squad. So MUDLARKS, most of their line, some of their line is still coming back on. So Josh is back, DMH is back, Tim Wise coming on as an injury subs back, whereas I think the Chile team are pretty much fielding a fresh 7. Because that was a long point, even with the timeouts. Tim Wise with the pull.
Downwind here.
Looks good out of the hand.
It's going to float a little.
It will float, and that'll go to the middle of the end zone.
Oh,
and a drop
no.
ball.
Well, a great pull by Tim Wise.
You hate to see. Oh, yep. He'll claim it. I mean, it wasn't exactly a blade, but you hate to see it. Happens to the best of us, young blood. Shake it off.
Oh, great big pull by Tim Wise. And that breeze makes it hard into the
You
hand.
just don't want to spend it before you had it, but happens to the best of us. MH moves it round. Joshi Phillip. Phillip with the disc has been pretty safe so far. Mark Isherwood can't get it. Instead, go to J-Mac, and that's a goal. Hopefully that doesn't take the jam out of Chili's donut too much, because they're still here. It's not yet half. I think it's 3-7 now, I believe.
A chili jam donut sounds like something you would order.
Oh, you'd have one? Sugar man.
Not sure if they stock those down at your local Krispy Kreme. No product placement here. Sorry about that.
I can confirm Irvin Toes just walked past, and the amount of riz on that young lad. Got the moulet, the Bunnings gloves, some pretty flash shades, and the chili hat. He looks good, and I think he knows he looks good too. Don't mind his work on the field. See if we'll get a chat with young Irvin. I've not met him. Looks like an interesting character.
Tough spot for Chile. They'll need to respond. You have, just back on that previous point, you have the big chat on the line. You prepare your offense. You know, it's an upwind, and you've got to be conscious of so many things, and that pool comes in red hot, and you just miff it.
You ever dropped one?
Never.
Have you never dropped one, or you've dropped them and you repressed it? I reckon I've definitely dropped one, but I couldn't tell you where.
Yeah. It's
Think
an inevitability.
Day 4 uni games.
Yeah.
You've been down Cavill Avenue all night. You've got the 8:30 game. You don't reckon you've dropped a pool? I think we've all.
I think you get, if you have a dozen breezes, some vodka cruises, that kind of buys you back a drop pool for the next day.
I reckon I've definitely dropped one. But you do. What you want to do, you want to get a little shovel, little Andy Dufresne style pickaxe, and just dig a little hole for yourself and climb in it. But hopefully Chile can shake it off.
Here we go.
Waller
with the breeze.
Moves it across to Wardle, who's been playing well. Waller, coming off his injury sub, looks to be okay. He wants to throw a hammer of some kind, instead just opts for the more tame flick. Better from Chile here. Backman, who's been good in around the cup. Looks at the backhands. Patterson goes the outside, and that's nicely worked to Ramsey. Ramsey to Patterson. Patterson back to Wardle. This is as good a motion as they've had through, but they're still hemmed in on the sideline. To Waller. Waller goes the outside. He'll have to toe this one in, and he can't. Did 90% of the hard work.
Yeah.
More.
You want the reward for effort.
And though they did work it down 90% of the way, they were still playing within like a 6 metre lateral space.
They found a soft spot in the Geelong zone, so we'll keep an eye on that. Right on that front point of the Geelong Cup.
Yep.
A vulnerability potentially.
They're throwing a junk back at him here.
Oh no. Oh, we had a swing from Wise to Hudson. Couldn't connect.
I think they've had a couple of miscues to each other.
They won't be happy about that.
No, they won't.
So it's reset up this zone.
Oh no. Nice guy. I think that's Ramsey, is it? One of the younger Chile players.
We'll get a name tag for you for number 5, who's made a great catch off the macked hammer D from Tim.
Oh, Raction caught it, did he? Oh, he did. Yeah, that was Raction. Sorry, Ramsey got around him.
He's done well.
Okay. So we've seen...
We saw a bit there.
A macked disc. We've seen a drop pull.
Aggressive hammer from Waller, but you like to see it, I think. He had 2 players out.
Well, that's the thing. We can't get raw on him for playing down an 8 metre corridor. and then one of the best ways you get out of there is a crossfield hammer.
Yeah, you need to
do something. Ideally, you dump and swing it around or get one through the cup, but you've got to get that aggression back. 6-3 now. You know, something's got to change because clearly what they're doing in that close kind of quarters, it might work 1 out of 4 times, but guess what? That means you're getting scored on the other 3.
They'll need more of that.
More of that.
They'll need to be trying things here, Chile. The gap has formed
6-3
in this scoreline, and they are working their way back. Geelong on offense.
Shortish ball.
They've isolated Isherwood deep.
Yeah, like his chances here. Yeah.
He's done very well. Was that Dan that threw it?
It was DMH once again, almost running that as their primary play.
Yeah, they did well. You could see a few Geelong players set up with Mark, and then they cleared, so Mark was one-on-one with his opponent, and didn't the opponent just look like he was in a...
It's clearly their first look. Lederer was there.
But it's a big frame.
I ask you to do it all here these days. All right, 7-3. Whoever said 8-3, you were wrong. But yeah, I mean, just back on Dan Matthews. I mean, you're talking about I'm pretty sure he was a Monday. Yeah, you're talking about a representative thrower as a handler. Yes, they came down in a zone, so you're hoping that you'll have enough bodies between the disc and the receiver. But if they're not down yet and they're not set, you're giving Dan that 1 or 2 seconds where he is throwing without a mark, or certainly without anyone in his direct lane. So the great throwers, even people like Barr and Cupcake and things like that, they can throw around a cup, but if you don't even have that cup set yet, you do give that first thrower a second or 2 to have that primary look. So 7-3. Big one for Chile. Now, you weren't even here. We always forget who started on O. Who started on O? Mike, do you remember who started on O? Nah, yeah. If you're particularly attentive in the chat or you feel like rewinding whoever started on O, let us know. But either way, if you're Chile, you definitely want to be having a 4 in front of your name at the very least. 8-3 is pretty ominous. 8-4 or 8-5, that's game on. So Cole Fink.
Back to the zone.
In here again, and that one grasses. Right idea from Cole. Woodley looks for the quick strike. He's gone to Charlie Medic, who takes a full length.
Oh, it's
grab.
Hudson.
It's Cron. It's Cron with the layout. My apologies to Charlie.
See the big boy fly.
Wowee.
Here on ULTI.TV. That's one way to take half, isn't it?
Isherwood looking to be really aggressive. Throws upwind, into the wind. And take a look at that.
Wowee.
Kieran Hudson turning back the clock. That's a spectacular way to bring up half.
Oh, he'll be happy about that, Cron.
If you could make, I don't know if the phones have it yet, but if you could have like a GIF as your lock screen on your phone, that would be that'll be his lock screen now.
Yeah, he'd have it.
Yeah, won't take much. He will have that time clipped. Mike, take note of the time clip because he'll ask you for it, and that will be the first thing he watches when he goes home. But fair enough, that was a good grab.
That's a good catch.
As we're going to keep with us here, we're not going to go to a break because on the field over, we are looking at the third place playoff within this tournament. It's Heads of State, Carnage versus Outbreak. We can't bring you a score because someone's standing in front of the scoreboard, but we can see Andy Baddocks with the disc. He lets go a big flick, and that one's going to be sitting up. I don't know if it's going to come back. Jared Cowan's going to track it, but it's out of bounds. And they've marked it up, so we'll see if we can get a score. Dave, you said last time
it was
5-6,
5-3, but it looks like
5-6 now.
They've closed.
And only 2 points since you were over there?
It was 5-3. Yeah, so
must be a scrap. So enjoy this bonus level content brought to you from ULTI.TV. Please like, subscribe, drop something in the chat.
My neck hurts, thank you.
Get on the Patreon.
Cron, he's a bit of a master, isn't he? The old head.
So Cowan with the disc. Looks around, throws the backhand, and there's a foul call, I believe. As we look back, just some incidental contact. Yeah, made contact, but then got the disc. So
play on, feels.
Nah, you probably can't push your opponent over and then grab it. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. Cowan instead with the disc has Rabbit back as the dump. It's getting a bit congested, but they managed to move it out. Rabbit with the disc now has it at the brick mark. Rabbit now holds, hits underneath. Nice, patient work from Carnage. Winds up the backhand, doesn't throw it. So it goes round. Cowan, a little bit of give and go action. Now Rabbit sticks one. It's a flick, but it is turned. And Andy Baddocks is going to walk to it. 5-6, I believe. Heads Carnage will be up. Baddocks walks away from it. Someone's jogging to it. Someone's wearing a, what do you call that, a Legionnaire. And that one will be a turnover. I'm not sure where that
Sun
came
smart,
from.
but just missed it on the throw.
Yeah. So 5-6 in that game. 8-3 in the game here. Mudlarks versus Chile. Thank you, Blue Venification. Chile was on O. So again, it becomes that little bit harder now. Chile have to come out on D.
Yeah, it hurts.
You know, if they scored, all right, cool, then, you know, at least you're maintaining a little bit of that buffer. But to play D, play O, get scored on that last point, and now have to come out and play D again. But they've got a big squad, a lot of game to go. Heads of State have it at their brick mark. And they do maintain a bit of, or re-establish a bit of stability. Oh, that'd be 5-7 now. It was 5-6, yeah.
Yeah, that's Max who's reeled in that little up-the-line score. Famous in the team for consuming 5 kilos of yogurt a week. So his nickname's Yogurt.
Yeah, fair enough. What kind of yogurt are we talking about? Greek yogurt, non-fructose, non-lactose?
Yeah, I think it's Greek. Yeah, I think it... He's...
How much?
Well, I don't know. Is it litres or kilos? What does yogurt come in?
Yeah, well, so, 5 litres of yogurt.
That's yogurt for you out there on Carnage. Tearing it up. Strong bones.
That's a lot. What do you do, like just in the morning? Like, do you have it with cereal or what?
I'll get back to you on the breakfast habits.
All right, so for those on the stream, tell us what you have your 5 litres of yogurt with.
Or potentially you're a toast person out there.
Yeah, not for me. But no, there's 5 litres of yogurt, to be honest.
Tell us about your breakfast yesterday, Mozza.
Shout out to the good people at Carl's Jr. down at Bendigo. All right, Waller with the pull.
Second half action.
Matthews Hunter hits Angelovic. Angelovic, big flick stance. Goes around to Aiden. And Chile now throwing a bit of a junk. Looking to DMH, Dan Matthews Hunter. Not too much pressure in the zone. They're allowing that dump back. So now Joshi will come in, will pop. Charlie wanted one through, but Charlie needs to get in and pop. Get in around the disc. There we go. That opens up the space to DMH. So they can now go to Aiden. So more of a containing than an aggressive zone from Chile because they've always got to throw free. Josh goes with the scuba dooba. Tim Wise sitting out looking for the hammer, but they don't need to right now because of this zone, given it's a containing zone, they do have a free throw. Gets a little bit tighter now, but you've got Aiden behind, and it looks like they've transitioned to a match. You'll see a wide around. DMH Sharks what Wise would have taken and then gives it to him anyway. Looks for the flick. They've matched well, so there's a call.
They transitioned here as we get close to the end zone.
It was a good transition.
Yeah, you
especially
think
that far out. Like,
yeah,
you only need one mistake.
They've elected to say, look, you're just not going to bomb it. You're not going to huck it to us.
Exactly.
And when we get there, we'll take you on.
Yep.
So trying things here.
I don't mind it.
Do you think this call is good for the offense or the defense here? Both get a little bit of set and observation of
here we go.
Field position. It's a hammer to the corner. Angelovic has mopped that up nicely. Tim Wise, excellent overhead
What odds
artillery.
Would you got odds on that throw? Would you, if had I said that before the throw, you wouldn't even give me odds.
Now, sports bets close their books.
Credit where it is due.
On Wise hammers.
All bets are off.
He's nailed it. So a goal for the Mudlarks.
Nice throw.
Chile tried it.
Nice throw. Yeah.
Yeah, they had the stoppage there with Wise, and I was inquiring whether you thought it was maybe better for the D or the O, but
I know what you mean, because all it takes is like one little nod or look at Jake. You know, and then okay, this is what's happening. And usually it'd be better for the D, but the D actually just did a really good job of transitioning.
Yes.
Like usually if you get a stoppage in that transition,
the confusion
people
is
can
up.
chat and you go, oh, who's got who? They'd already done it.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah.
So Mudlarks further their lead. They lead Fresh Chile 9-3, pursuing yet another tournament victory.
They're a Division 2 powerhouse, the Mudlarks.
I mean, is it too quick to start using the word dynasty? Or are we throwing that around too flippantly?
Well, I think with Div 2...
They've been around since it started, right? I think.
Oh, yeah.
Div 2 started?
There's something to be celebrated for sure with what Geelong have done. And but I think you need to look at a relegation, maybe a promotion system.
I'll be down for that.
How many Div 2 championships does it take to say, well, how about you guys?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. And you can look at it that way as we watch the pool come up. I mean, not doing too much offside training at Mudlarks, clearly. But that's the thing, they do no training. They're just more of a feel-good team.
Yeah, the experienced unit.
Walla gets another round break. Probably a bit more of that from Walla. He was doing that early on. Keep doing that. Keep pushing. Keep being aggressive. Looks to Nickel. Doesn't like it. Or Wardle, sorry. Out to Pattinson. So a similar zone from the Mudlarks where there's not too much pressure until they do start to get it over to the sideline. Buckman's been great all day cutting.
It's that same spot they're working here.
Goes to Ruction. And Buckman looks for one.
He's made a play.
Nickel. Can't bid.
It was going to have to be a big chase to run that one down, to reel it in. He came up a bit proppy.
He did, yeah.
I'm not sure he's out the back there.
But it was a good cut. Look at that. He had all the space.
Oh, you can see it here at home. Doesn't that look just delicious? But not to be.
Delicious. All right. Phillip will bring it in. Looks to Isherwood. Isherwood has that glint in his eye. Says no. Easy ride. Brings it down. Goes to Wallace. Wallace back to Isherwood. Isherwood. Dan Matthews-Hunter. Dan got a little bit of toe on that one. And it's a run-through block.
Well read by Waller.
Oh, a little bit of style
Chile.
points from
Wow,
Liam
how
Nickel.
about
And then with a little fadeaway. It was his teammate that did all the hard work to get the foot block.
Oh, he'll claim it.
Oh, you claim it.
You get him near the end zone.
I think it was Buckman with just getting a little bit on it, and then it went into Waller's lap. So nice from Fresh Chile. I mean, they had the turn. It was a double turn.
Yes.
But you need at this point at 9-4, you need whatever will fill the tank, which hopefully that would. I don't know if the fadeaway, air jumper would, but you got the nice D. You put it in, get a little bit of energy back.
Yeah, I don't know how much you could see here on the ULTI.TV replay, but the Mudlarks offense really stagnated in the corner.
It was almost like they were playing J-Mac as like an ISO.
So you see here that's not a great deal on offer, and it's as you
that was
raise the degree of difficulty on the throw,
Yeah.
the percentages fall away. What up to Chile? Oh, look at that. Just admire what you are seeing, people.
Pops a little fadeaway, Luka Doncic style jumper.
If there's anything you want in Ultimate, it's character. You love to see people having a good time.
A bit of personality.
That's it.
Nothing wrong with a bit of personality. So let's see if Fresh Chile can capitalise on a little bit of defensive momentum. Tommy Batt, one of his better pulls for the afternoon. My apologies. We look to Aiden, gets it off the first bounce. Goes to Medic. Medic moves into Hudson. Hudson looks to go upstairs, thinks better of it. Instead gets across. And that's the width I'm talking about that if Chile can start using. Goes to Aiden because now look how open this field is. They can go either side of the disc. And that one jumps out of Woodley. He's got big on him real quick.
Here we go, Chile.
I don't know if he didn't like it or he squibbed it a bit. No, off to his left.
That's the sort of great break.
Oh, the Riz King.
Well, that wasn't Irvin, was it?
That was Irvin. That was your man.
Another one up.
Your man, Dave.
Doesn't he look good?
Irvin got it. It's Lederer with the goal. But let's face it, he just cut open to the break side. It was old Irvin. A few style points on offer. It all started with Tommy Bat.
Watching this flick break here.
Yeah, break. And then another one, break.
Yeah, Geelong will be happy to have a buffer here because there's not as much pressure on the field as there is on the scoreboard.
And a lot more dark shirts on than there are white shirts.
Fresh legs.
Got the numbers.
Plenty of legs out there as you look to the left.
And we are at 32 of 33 degrees.
Yeah.
An hour in.
Starts to get you. It zaps you, the sun.
It gets you.
It's hot out there, people. If you're following along the carnage, Outbreak Apocalypse, third place match, it is sevens.
Cowan shoots into the end zone. Oh, he's bowled it.
Unfortunately, Heads of State could not take half there with a shot from Jared. Great shot. And that's Mickle out the back. He just missed it.
Well, he had it, and then he didn't have it.
Oh, he miffed it.
Nice shot from Cowan. Anyway, back live. And it's Hudson. Middles it to Phillip. Phillip to Matthews Hunter. Looks like a bit... No, it is still junky.
Yeah, it's junky.
Back to Hudson. Still riding on cloud 9 from his layout grab to take half to Medic.
If you can see it on the left of your screen, the players upfield are matched up pretty tight. So they will pass them off as they come up. It's working. It's doing something. But Charlie's found enough real estate for Josh to pick him out with the hammer and back to Josh. And they'll continue to work it up.
Here we go. Now they're going to open it up. They're being patient. Well, probably more patient than I thought they'd be. There's nothing upside down really coming out. Matthews Hunter into Phillip.
Josh is running the show.
Yep.
You feel he's invested in returning the upwind. Dan with a great pickup at his ankles.
And Wise again, making life a little hard for Dan. But they stabilise. 10-5. We need to get Irvin Toe back on. That's what the people want. They want the Riz King.
Yeah, Geelong fight back there with a hold on the upwind offence. Joshi made it happen. Dan Matthews Hunter, very busy. He clipped his socks going through there, I reckon, on that low one.
Dingo Mikey Trong just polished off a bit of grilled. I'm not sure that's on the Dingoes eating roster. Might have to have a chat to whoever the dietitian of the Dingoes is.
Might be Mikey for all we know.
What can't he do?
He gets in it.
At least it was grilled. Better than K-Fry. Jeez, he must be making all right coin, getting grilled.
Yeah, it's
God, settle down.
Pretty penny. Chonga carries himself with that Irvin Toe Riz as well sometimes.
Yeah, got a little bit of that. Got the mullet, got some fresh shades. Yeah. I think Irvin's kind of the alpha, really. Yeah. There's some big T energy going on there. We like Irvin.
We like it.
Oh, I mean, I've never spoken a word to the man in my life, but I think we like what we see, is what we're saying.
Well, performance on and off the field is what we look for here.
Captain Wig with the pull. I've been instructed to call him.
Not the best of pull.
Some other names coming for that person. Apologies if that came through. Anyway, Lockie Wardle looks to Waller. Waller back, and that's better. Now keep that going to the high side, or at least up to Patterson. Patterson the backman.
They may be out here. They've beaten the front line of the Geelong zone.
And they're up on the high side now. Yeah, that's the right side.
Reward for effort now.
Because now they can go both sides.
And they made it look easy.
It's not a hard game.
It's
not. When you boil it down, it's not a hard game.
Throw and catch.
Throw and catch. Throw the goal. Catch a goal in the box. Oh, and Colfing's calling line, so make no mistake.
Well, this will be a big one.
Chile believe this is game on. But seriously, when you saw the use, and it all started from Waller's overhead there, and then a good decision from Patterson, Backman, to keep it going and either move it downfield or move it to the far side. As soon as they moved it to the far side, the flow continued. So well done from Patterson and Backman.
Maybe punishing that weak-armed pull.
Who pulled that weak arm pull?
That noodle arm pull. I'm not sure, but and take a good look at themselves after that one.
Pulling duties potentially revoked. Although Mudlarks,
they've got a lead.
Yeah, and they're not necessarily the most serious team in the world.
No, they're happy with that one.
Not sure they do too many warm-ups, too many workouts.
They play an old school. They play a simple game, the Mudlarks, when you're talking about breaking down ultimate to throw and catch.
Throw, goal, catch, goal, yep. All right, so for anyone watching, supporting Chile, please, jump in, pop your support and comments in the channel. We'll pass them on. They've got a 4-goal gap to bridge, and they also need to get this this turn. So Matthews Hunter, wind kicks up a little bit. You'll hear it through the mics. Back to Matthews Hunter, holds it. Joshi Phillip, I think he's going to be the safest player that you'll see out here. Looks at DMH. DMH wants to go upstairs. Doesn't do it. Tim Wise won't throw the hammer. No, throws the flick instead around.
Samuel there.
That was not bad. See, that's exactly
what
what
Chile
Chile
did. A lot of space,
yeah.
yeah.
Hudson, he looks around. That's a nice flat backy. Aiden has to wait. Has time.
Chile are happy with them going side to side.
Yeah.
They don't love
they're
it,
not
but
trapping, are they?
Yeah,
Tim Wise won't throw the hammer. No, goes the flick again.
you can see the Mudlarks are starting to line up behind the disc here because they can feel that's where they're going to beat this zone.
It's a bit of Groundhog Day, yeah. So they'll work it out again.
Yeah, move it laterally. See if we can get...
Yeah, if you're Chile, you're just... What are you taking away? Like,
Yeah.
okay, you're taking away the middle space, but what are you going to do when you do get it towards this sideline? Maybe you want to see a trap.
They've almost made the game 4-on-4.
Yep, yeah, they're not looking downfield. And that's the Mudlarks playing safe as well.
Yes.
Tim comes well back. He won't throw the hammer. He won't throw the hammer. No, just a little backhand.
Are we going to see a big flick here? There's Breeze coming.
It won't be Joshi that throws the hammer. 5 count now. Looks to DMH.
They're getting close to the sideline.
Yeah, they're continuing to get confused.
Yes.
Tim Wise, very disciplined, fires the gap.
Wisey.
Yep. Matthews Hunter sees Wood, doesn't want to throw. They're being so patient.
A bit of energy has come out of the defense. It's starting to...
It's switched. Yeah, it's
They've done
now.
well again here. They've transitioned to man. Still knocking on the door. Isherwood. Wise to support.
Wow.
Oh, they're playing feed the Mudlarks here on the... Oh, owie.
Wow.
Bodies going everywhere. Let them hit the floor. Wise has found his man.
Define, when you look in the dictionary to define small ball.
Where will this...
Good defense from
So
like you said.
yeah,
they adjusted well.
Look at that one.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm glad it's just good. You saw 3 players on the ground by the end of that. I'm glad they're all there.
Yeah, they're all there.
And there are 3 players and 6 ACLs.
That's still all
there.
good.
I think we're going to have a timeout call, so we'll see what's going on the other side. I think the action is still there. 11-6. As we see 7 all over on that game. My goodness.
It's hard work out there.
It is hard work. There's a lot of grind.
You can see it in all the players, both fields. Whether it's 7-all or 11-6, you have to earn it. That's Alex Nee, one of the captains of the Head State Carnage. Collier, this sideline to Jake Williams. And Evan, sizing things up.
There's some tired players. Look at them.
They need a half-time break. Who is going to take the advantage into half?
Who started on O?
We'll have to check the comments for who started on
They won't know. You were over there. You should know.
Heads of State started on D, so it will be Carnage. It will be a Carnage coming out on O next half. So can they take an advantage now as Jake looks to the big bully?
Oh, the bull man.
The big bully raises his hands to the sky.
Spaghetti Monster bull man.
And when they go up, isn't he effective in the air?
He is highly effective.
Great job, Jake.
A good cut from him too. Look at that. Had all that separation.
And then you feed the beast.
3-1. But it is game on, make no mistake, for the Adelaide fans. And I know we've got a lot of you on the feed, behind the camera. That is game on. So depending on what happens here.
Well fought by Adelaide to get out of that halftime. Will we be coming back? All right, we're back here in the gold medal game. Geelong, we're coming out of a timeout. Geelong are up 11-6. And Chile coming into their last chance here to fight back. Now, the points have been competitive. The on-field play is competitive, but Geelong have built a strong advantage through big throws. We've had a change in the commentary booth. Andrew's been with you since the start, has run for the dunnies. So I'm flying solo here. Geelong to pull, coming out on D. There's a breeze coming from the left of screen. It's kicking. And bat's been, oh no. Failed to connect on the first pass to Waller. Unfortunately for Chile, that's really going to hurt. They're going to have to dig here. They're setting something up. Wise, that's Tim Wise, very aggressive. He's a sharpshooter with those overheads. He's just missed his man. And Chile, they'll be reprieved. They've been reprieved. They'll be relieved that they've had a reprieve to have another go on offense, as we've got a change in the commentary booth. And he sat down.
I'm enjoying the work that you're doing between your reprieving, relieving, reliving.
Well, you didn't relieve yourself. Were you running for the bathroom there, or?
No, just light refreshment.
All right.
Bachman moves it across. Swing, it's the call. Waller lets one go.
Big backhand.
Nickel shows a bit to the Riz King. Oh, well, it's just how easy is that?
Well, that's what you want to see if you're looking for a competitive scoreline.
That was Elvis Koo, my apologies. Probably a Riz Prince, not at the Riz King. And it was Rakshin with the goal.
Yeah, Elvis did well.
Nice put.
Waller winded up that big backhand. And upwind, you just don't know what you're going to get, really. It comes out of the hand really low, really sharp, and effectively just lasers upfield. And then Koo does enough. A 1-2 and a great goal to give Chile a fighting chance.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was getting all a little bit grim down here with that one.
So sometimes when you score upwind, it can be worth 2 because now you defend.
That's it. And nice to see Waller unloading a little bit. Nothing left to lose, but like have a shot.
Yes.
Shooter's got to shoot. All right.
Here we go.
11-7. We've seen 11-7's doable. I don't mind 11-7.
Yeah, as it gets hot and breezy and...
Yeah.
Hey, the monkey starts clawing up the back.
All right.
Wraps the ringtail around the neck. We've got Joe. She's been a rock all game.
He has, hasn't he?
Finds Hudson, and Medic works hard to clean it up.
Jesus Christ.
There was a ton of space there. That's not the first time Medic's had to work hard.
They've lifted here.
I think they've gone a match. Yeah, they have.
Oh,
And Josh likes it.
That's a good
It's a great throw.
read.
Upwind.
Oh, you reckon?
Upwind, he got it to the end zone.
Oh, and had a little bit of a look back to the sideline. I think he copped some attention from the sideline to Joshi, from some feedback from someone not on his team. So far as
he's got a tough
death
chin.
so far as death stares go, you don't want to get one from
Coming back
Joshi.
at ya.
Oh yeah, you'll know about it.
Yeah, he's got a presence.
He is a good man.
He's a field general.
He's a man of faith, but you still wouldn't want to muck around with him.
You don't want to be in the find out category.
Yes,
when you're with
that's
Josh.
right. We've got confirmation actually that Irvin Toe is a good lad.
Yeah.
You know, and
they
Irvin
tune
Toe,
in.
I mean,
they don't tune in for us.
you don't use the term cult figure a lot, but I feel Irvin Toe is like a rising star in that, you know, he's a foundation kind of franchise player you could get around. Certainly if he keeps growing that mullet.
Oh, I can already see he's lighting up the chat. People are keen.
Big time.
Riz King.
Mudlarks enjoy a 12-7 lead. Tim Wise with the pull. This one better than his hammer. It will land in and it'll be caught by Waller. Waller goes to Patterson. Nice little gain. Already got to the brick mark. I think that's Wardle there. Nice safe scuba. Waller. Nice flat backy to Nickel. These four have really been caught to it alongside this gentleman, Mr. Rakshan. But through behind Nickel.
That was a hot potato.
That was. Tim Wise will not throw an under. Oh, damn it.
He resets.
And now there's plenty of pointing. Mudlarks, I get the feeling, want to finish this quick.
No, this
for
is
better for worse. There one goes.
Mostradamus has let you know how the play will develop.
He was one throw too early, but
Yes.
he was there, yeah.
Wow. They were very stagnant. I'm not sure how much of the stack you could see on the replay, but
You can, yeah, you're spot on.
it's not enough movement to think at this level you can't get away.
And that's the inside. What do you call that? It's like the inside out backhand, almost in like an open stance
But
towards the break side.
Yeah, inside the mark.
I think Cupcake started doing that for a few years, and then all the young bloods just kind of took it on.
Yeah, Cupcakes.
Speaking of
Cupcake style.
School of Cupcake.
Yes. He reads from the book, doesn't he? Waller.
Patterson over to Nickel. Nickel to Buckman.
Buckman's done well here in the middle.
Moving it well back to Wardle. They can just, if they chill here and don't do the
We're
hot
in the
potato.
same spot. Keep the potato nice and cool. Freeze the potato if you have to.
Patterson right
The
through
middle
the middle.
is wide open.
And there they go.
Buckman was so effective there and gets reward for effort with an assist. Notch another one up.
That's Rakshan again.
Was that Rakshan?
Yep.
He's been on the end of everything. This Chile offense, you give them enough chances at this zone. I think they've figured it out here.
They started on O, didn't they? Yep.
Chile was started on A.
Nice goal from Rakshan. He's caught a couple this game. Gives a thumbs up to the commentary. That'll keep you in our good graces. Lockie Wardle, been good as well. Consistent performer behind the disc.
Contributing. Safe as houses.
Been very safe. Maybe see a few more hucks out of him before the end of the game.
He's a big part of figuring out this zone.
And we're going to have a very special guest very quickly here. We'll be joined by Mark Junker. Very briefly, Mark, we've just heard points cap go, so I think we're going to finish one, add one to the highest point. Is that right?
Yep, it's very nearly the end of this match.
Okay.
One more left to go. Hopefully we can pull back a couple of more points to see how it goes. Make this a little bit more interesting at the end.
Speaking of very nearly at the end of things, you're not playing today, or?
Yeah, I had a little bit of a extended hamstring, so let the boys try to sort things out and see how the young fellas do.
Well, good luck, mate. We're all hoping for a close finish.
Yep.
Don't know if Junker appreciated that gag, but anyway, he's a good lad, Mark Junker. We like him. So let's see if the Mudlarks can close things out, or Chile can ratchet up the pressure. We want to see it. Phillip goes upstairs, safe to Wisey. Wisey looks, thinks about the flick, instead throws a very disciplined gainer out to Aiden. Aiden shouted at from Joshi. Joshi grabs, looks back to Aiden. Aiden.
They're making them work.
Chile have lifted here. They know it's kind of now or never. Count gets up. Joshi has to go with the scuba-dooba-doo.
Tracks back a few yards.
Ooh, half a sniff. Little blustery again.
A small victory here for Chile.
Yep, they've got them set, don't they?
The backfield's all marked up, so there won't be another hammer that Josh pulled out to gain them all those yards.
Good throw.
But the dump and swings worked.
Very patient from Muddies.
A reset and around. Yeah, Josh is a bit of a magnet here. He's demanding the disc at every opportunity. He works the line with Dan well. And reset and swing. Now Chile will really have to work. The number of throws has come up.
Well, you said it before. It's almost like it's 4-on-4. That no one is looking at the end zone or the backfield.
But as the 4 from Chile, you have to run for every one of those. Oh, it's overhead. It's in the back corner. It's a goal.
Nice grab, toes it in. And it was Joshi throwing the hammer.
There
all the players.
Yeah. No, Josh was involved in everything that point. He demanded to be involved in everything.
Yeah, but he looked safe as well. Like sometimes you get players that grab it and they sit on it for like a 3 or 4 count and it breaks the offense down. What he's doing is kind of calming it down. Like, it's not like he's looking off open throws. He's just saying, hey, everyone, let's just be calm, wait a little bit, throw the open throw. And it's kind of working because of the nature of the zone that Chile are playing. There is more often than not an open throw. So I think that's pretty clever play from him.
If every overhead that he threw, there was 4 or 5 resets and swings.
Yeah.
To never feel like they were rushing.
No.
To never feel like it was an out of control. And that one hurts if you're a Chile fan at home. That one risks breaking the back here. If you haven't heard, the time cap has gone. So we will have established our points cap.
And credit to Chile also on their defense there. You mentioned that they did lock them down at one point. We saw actually a partial hand block. We weren't able to see it because we're blindsided from our commentary position, but apparently a partial hand block on that last throw too, Joshi.
If you catch a replay, they were in the cram hole. The potato started to heat up.
It was getting warm. And
so credit to the defense there. Didn't come off on that one. You need those things to go your way sometimes if you're going to close gaps at the end of games. Buckman's been great and gets the disc again. It's not a zone this time. So they'll have to figure it out now with a new defensive look. With Charlie does enough.
Did enough, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes just a waggle of
it's that peripheral vision thing, yeah. Hudson fakes the lefty backhand. Come on, mate. Tim Wise, he looks for Hudson. Hudson really wants it. This could be the game-winning goal. He's grabbed it.
How about that?
And the Mudlarks have won.
Congratulations to Geelong.
Gives it the old drop punt.
He's a Blues man.
I mean, we don't keep deep enough stats in Ultimate, but I'd love to see how many times a player caught the goal to take half and then the goal to win the game.
Oh, you're suggesting he's a finisher of sorts?
I'm just saying.
Picks his spots to get on the highlight reel.
He's the male. Call him John Stockton, always delivering when it matters.
There you go.
And not the most eloquent of football execution there, but anyway.
He earned it.
And it's so well done to both teams for making it this far. It'll be the Geelong Mudlarks winning it over Fresh Chile, but please do not go anywhere because there's a special extra event, encore. We are going to...
It's bonus Frisbee.
Bonus round.
We're going to amplify the footage. We're going to use the Zoom and get you over to field 6.
8-10, but I'm not actually sure which way it is. I reckon I reckon Outbreak might be ahead.
Carnage have got the lead still.
Carnage, right.
But do they have the disc here?
Definitely saw Outbreak score 1 goal, so that must have been their goal after half. 8-10.
Here in the commentary booth, we don't have the binoculars.
No.
So you have to bear with us.
The eyesight's failing us, so... You reckon we could just ask him to move over a field? Too much? Okay.
Too much. Carnage with the Frisbee.
Cowan.
That's Jordan Ellis. Oh, has he sunscreened recently? It's sun smart, but sometimes can cost you.
Yeah, there, but for the grace of God, go eye on that one. I'm not going to pass judgment on that. Slipped out. Oh, big break.
We're talking about the sorts of things that have to go your way to win these finals. Having one slip out is not...
Looks Baddix. Baddix looks the inside break.
And a big D by Dalton coming through.
All right, so let's see what Heads of State line up in. Dave, what's the O that they've been running?
In our verticals, you'll see movement from the front. And lots of attacking up the line wherever possible. So Alex Nee, Cowan, and Jordan Alice are very experienced operators.
Nice grab.
There's Alex and Cowan connecting with a big flick bomb coming out from Alex Nee, looking for ABBA, who closes the gap, reads it well, centralizes to Dalton. This is upwind for them as well. Cowan takes the shot, makes the play. ABBA's caught it on the sideline, and he is rodeoing his way back in.
I think the nature of the celebrations
that could be game.
Suggests that that is game. I think it is.
The hands shake.
A lot of players on hands and knees on both sides.
Congratulations, Heads of State Carnage.
And that brings to a close both the Southern Regional Ultimate Championships and Victorian Ultimate Championships.
It's a twofer.
It's a twofer. Don't ask me why, but it's been fantastic. Thank you very much to Ultimate Victoria for putting on not one but 2 tournaments. Thank you to the City of Bendigo for allowing us on these spectacular fields. Thank you to Mike and the team at ULTI.TV for allowing us to bring you this great entertainment. Thank you to all of our Patreon backers. It would not be possible without you. I don't think I've forgotten anyone, and thank you to everyone else for tuning in. And big shout out to the ULTI.TV admin crew back in Adelaide and around the world, Rexy Milan, the crew, the TD, Simon Talbot, one of the most exceptional Frisbee administrators in the sport. That is it from us. We will see you at the next tournament. We do have a few additional tournaments on the schedule, and the big ones are both Division 2 but also Div 1 Nats. Tune in for next time. I'm Andrew Moroney. This has been David Lockhart. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll see you next time.
Celebrate Easter with over 80 family-friendly events at the Bendigo Easter Festival. Hunt for more than 85,000 Easter eggs and wander through the Rotary Market or rock along to live music. Experience the spectacular Awakening of the Dragon ceremony and the O'Brien Electrical and AC Torchlight Procession. And see Daigum Lung, the world's longest imperial dragon, in the Sheridan Homes Gala Parade. Visit our website for the full program of events.
ULTI.TV